recent trip to the thrift store, found some pants with some interesting patterns on them. Nothing I'd want to wear as pants, but they're still kind of pretty. So I cut them all up, tossing out only the front zipper part. Here's how I made an apron with the rest of the
And the
pieces.
biggest thing to remember though is when you're doing the pants, the legs, be conscious of the idea that the legs, the thicker seam that you're cutting out here is actually becoming your straps. So you're going to want to have the outsides strapped together or be outside straps and sew the middle. But if you actually make a mistake and forget to do this, cut it off and sew it on wherever you want.
So after cutting each pant leg open and sewing them together, I then sewed the side seam, which probably should have been ironed first and then sewn, but it's an apron. And then I also went along and sewed the bottom hem. Some people have a way of making this look really easy, but even at a high speed, my sewing skills are labored and sad.
I cut off the straps, but I'm keeping the little belt loop, the little hook up here, and I'm going to be sewing it on about yay. Basically, you just try it on and kind of pin it wherever you want to keep it, and sew from there. Pinned them together, getting them ready to sew, but I wanted to make sure that this line lined up nicely. This is the center of the skirting meeting the bib. Other than that, it's just a quick sew down the center, and we're done.
Next project, this vase I got for $5.
So I'm going to leave the bottom half of this dark, and I want to sand the top half. How I'm going to decide where I'm going to stop with that is with the line I'm creating. Now, visually I can kind of see there's a line here that I could follow, but it'd be so much easier if it was richer and then I could just taper on it. So here's how you can do that. Piece of chalk, and this is just a cup laying around. Anything you find that's at the right height. If this was too high or too low, just a different size item. I hold this steady and where I want it, and then I'm just going to spin while keeping the vase down. And this gives me my line. Ta-da! It could be less curvy here.
So there's a few spots I still have to go back and get. And the line's not perfect, but that I'm okay with. It's a general guide. But already I'm so thrilled. I'm tempted to do the whole thing, but I want to see what it looks like first when the tape's removed.
Let's take the tape off.
My first plan was to neaten up the brown part, paint in the nicks and then kind of straighten the line. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of doing this, I got this idea of, ooh, a nice creamy white stripe in the middle would be cool. And then I went down that rabbit hole. And as you can see, I just can't do a straight line around a circle, cylinder, whatever. It was at that point I realized, hey, maybe sanding the whole thing might be the best idea.
So here it is. Yay! Thank you, Micarah Tewers, for being my inspiration. No, I don't come close to anything she can do. By the way, check her out. She's amazing. But she did inspire me about getting something from a thrift shop and sewing it into something you wanted it to be. So very happy with that. Speaking of things I'm happy at, the vase. It's finished. Why did they put a stain on this? This is so cool as it is. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.